Good morning, everybody. Apparently, the three quickest ways of disseminating information. Number 3 is via television. Number 2 is telephone. Number 1, tell a woman. As regards the instigating of the billboards in Manitowocin, I have had it confirmed from somebody very close that they do indeed know who instigated them, and that they themselves are sworn to secrecy. They contacted Kathleen Zellner to tell her about it. She's never replied back either to an email or a phone message. It would appear that it is of no significance to Kathleen Zellner whatsoever. It simply helps to put pressure on one of the most corrupt sheriff departments that the world has ever seen. I certainly will be continuing to put as much pressure on Herman as I can, because I simply want him to follow up on on something that he said to me towards the end of our last phone conversation. It was a long time back, but he said to me that when evidence starts to appear that makes his department look bad, he will indeed have to make that phone call to Zellner, and I can only think that the sooner the better. Interestingly, if I had the chance to start all over again, I still remember pulling up in a lay-by, getting out the phone and phoning Manitowocin Sheriff's Department, and I still remember vividly my first phone conversation with Robert Herman. As most of you know, I had dozens of phone conversations with Robert Herman, and at times we did get on very, very amicably. And I suppose, as I say, if I did if I had the chance to start again, I would do it all over again. The one thing I would change, though, is I would have been more flattering to him, and more receptive to his point of view, and hopefully we would still be exchanging pleasantries and discussing things. Although I did mention this to Eric Jose, and he said, Paul, at some point you would have just had to have come down and say, no, this is all totally wrong. So anyway, that's, as I say, that's not going to change. I've got myself a little drink here. I know that Eric Jose likes his Dr. Pepper. I'm not exactly a Dr. Pepper fan. I prefer this stuff. It's very good. It's very refreshing. Coca-Cola is the #1 soft drink throughout the world. There is only one country where Coca-Cola is not the #1 soft drink, and you can guess which country that is. And we are very, very, very proud of that fact. I suppose we are quite nationalistic, particularly somebody such as myself, who actually grew up for the first 18 years in Englandshire, as we call it, but now resides in Scotland. I don't mind advertising the Scottish borders and telling you that Scotland is a place that you must come and visit at some point. Even Robert Herman admitted in an email to me that he would have to come and visit Scotland sometime, and then wished me a happy weekend. And it was not said in a flippant way. It was said in a genuine way. Now, I do realise that I do tend to antagonise some people, and I can assure you It's not for fame. I have no intention of trying to gate crash a party, as it were. But I do accept that probably the majority of the people that will listen to this video are American. And I'd just like to point something out, and that is, I like America. I like what it stands for. I also like Americans, and I like what they stand for. It's often been said that if America sneezes, Europe catches a cold. And America leads the way on so many things. America gets it right. But not, unfortunately, when it comes to justice. They've got systems in place that have, as Mark Hoddernet pointed out, there are no safety mechanisms that allow diabolical decisions to be overturned, at least not for a long time. We now hope that Brendan's case will be heard by the Supreme Court. Why has it taken this long? We do obviously have a lot of optimism for it, and I was very pleased to watch Eric Ose's video this morning, and absolutely delighted for him, because as I was watching it, I was thinking there's going to be some mention of the safety question, the control question. That was it. I thought there must be, and eventually there was. And I can imagine that Eric Ose is going round today, as we say in Scotland, like a pig in glabber. I can let you work out what that means, but I bet he's got a grin from ear to ear that they cited that particular thing. So why is it that, and I don't think the majority of people in Manitowoc are against Stephen Brendan, but why are some people in Manitowoc and Wisconsin in general not able to see the simple fact that Steve and Brendan refrained? What, I just can't understand that. It's mind-boggling. Why can they not see it? It is so painfully obvious. We have got experts, hundreds throughout the world, got in touch immediately with Kathleen Zellner and said, look, we can help you with this. Why, millions throughout the world have watched Making a Murderer, not just watched Making a Murderer, but have delved into the various aspects of the case. And we're all saying the same thing. It is so obvious. Why is it that some in Manitowoc can't see it? I think simply some people there are in denial. This is America. We don't get things wrong. Another thing I discussed with Eric Ose is that he finally got round to watching American Vandal. And in that really good parody of Making a Murderer, obviously everybody hates Dylan in the same way that a lot of people hate Steve. Now I do have a theory, and I'll put it out there, and you can maybe send me your own feedback. And the question would be this: if you were 23 years old and you were told that by the time you're 41, we will give you $36 million. One slight catch: you have to spend 18 years in prison. However, we'll feed you. I mean, as one or two people have pointed out, when Steve was finally released, like me, he wasn't starved. They house you. You don't have to pay taxes. You don't have a mortgage. Yes, you can choose to go and work to make the days pass quicker, and you'll get extra money for it. So would you take that offer? I'm sure that there are people in Manitowoc who also think that Steve got out on a technicality because DNA testing was so new back then. I don't know what it's like in America, but certainly in some of the schools in the UK, naughty kids get praise for when they are not naughty. They even get rewards. But the ones that are well behaved, they don't get praised. You know, they don't get rewards for simply doing what they should be doing. And of course, supporters of the sort of the campaign to try and you know, encourage naughty kids, if you like, to be good, they would argue, well, they come from difficult backgrounds. But as I say, I just can't help thinking that people in Manitowocin saw Steve as coming out and getting potentially 36 million, causing so much damage to the state, to the county and to the state, that what did he do to deserve it? Let me know what you think. As I say, it's something that really does puzzle me, why it is that some people just simply cannot see that Steve was framed, and obviously that Brendan was completely coerced by Mark and Tom. Let me know what you think, and hopefully before too long, as I say, I did have a nice long chat with Eric Ozee on, it was his Sunday morning, but it was just a chat, and I keep in touch with lots of other people, and well, as I say, hopefully we'll catch up with you again sometime soon, maybe with Eric Ozee or others. Okay, bye for now.